Alright, so we finally got a break in the weather, so we're going to take the opportunity to try to change the two front struts on this car. Try to show you. You can tell how much that's moving. It's making a lot of nice racket going down the road, so the front struts are definitely, they need to replace. They're not bad. Go into more detail, get it jacked up, get the tools you need, but you got these three up here, and then you got, it's kicking, two down the bottom. So we'll get it up and get the tire off, and then we'll check it out. Alright, so it came out pretty easy. Just lean it. I just dropped it down, leaned it out. I went the camera and shut it off and leaned it this way, and it slid right out. You can see where that spot goes. You can kind of see the, oh, it's all a bunch of oily residue and everything on it. So the rubber's gone. I know it was clanging and raising all kinds of cane, but like I was saying, that center nut, you don't want to take that out unless you're changing just the spring itself. But it's just so much easier just to buy it as one unit. I know some people do change just a spring, but then you got to have a spring compressor, grabs a hold of it, and you crank it and it squeezes the spring down so you can release your nut, and your spring slides off. Then you collapse your new one, put it on, then you put all this back on, put your nut back on, and reinstall it. It's too much of a hassle. Well, for me. Some people don't mind. I'm not that guy. So there's that one, and let's see, and oh, it didn't come with the one that screws in. Good thing I saved it. So get these off. Should clean up that aluminum, but try to get it to go together without messing with it. Okay, here's our two new ones. See if I can get it in. I don't know if I can do it one-handed, but I'll show you how I got it out. Just all done for me was put the bottom in. Yeah, come on. But I'll put the camera down and get it before I tear the fender up. But you gotta just pitch it, drop it, and up. Just like so. Alright, so I definitely won't be able to film it and do it at the same time, so I'm going to take it up, get the nuts started on top, and you get them started, and then take care of the bottom. Alright, fight it up here and get the nuts started, and shall be back. Alright, got the top three tight, like I was saying, 13mm. Got the bottom one started. Same way, ain't no way I could film it and do it, but really need a tripod. But I just put it, you just line it up. The way I done it was I lined it up best I could. Stuck a screwdriver in the bottom hole. Gives you a little bit of leverage whether you gotta go in, out, up, or down. Mine's case, I had to go up and in, and was able to get the top one started. So it's in there. Nut's not on it, but it's in there. Give it a little tap. Just get it started. Make sure it don't pop out on me. You can see how the bottom one's off just a hair. See if it's enough to get this started. Because there is no tap in this. I can't. There's, well, no, you probably, no, caliper's in the way. So, see if we can finesse it a little bit and try to straighten it up some. I don't know if the screwdriver will do it or not. Might have to get something else. Oh, there it goes. So we should be able to shove in on it, maybe. Yeah, I think so. Let me try shoving in on it and see what we got. Okay. Yep. Cars go by, but that's what it needs. Shove in on it. Man, I really need a tripod out here. Let's see if I can find one before I do the other side. There it goes. So just shoving in on it. And she's going. I don't know if I can give it a little love tap or not. What do I do with that hammer? just got to be careful because your caliper's right there. There it goes. We got aluminum calipers on this one, so you don't want to go beating the crap out of them. But it's lining up. See, of course, she's starting to poke through there. So, get the nut on this one. That impact, I mean, you don't have to have an impact. I just took, it was given to me when my dad gave it to me. He didn't have no use for it anymore. So he gave it to me, and I've been using the crap out of it ever since. Old Cobalt, man, that thing works great. There we go. So this is a nut, enough for the nut to grab a hold of. Let's see if that old impact will draw it in. Ah, we're hitting that piece, I think. Yeah, so it'll definitely have to. It's gonna have to go. You can see the old wear mark. The camera's picking it up. You can see the old wear mark on it there. So we'll have to try to get it to go in, I believe. So let me see what I can do there, and I'll let you know how it goes. Alright, so there we go. That's all there is to it on this side. It as far as it will go, I was hoping to get it to line up where the old one was at. You can kind of see the dirt line there from the old one was on it, but I think, yeah, the other one is a little different. I'll show you. See how the outer edge of the top is shaped on this one. So I tried to get it to go in to get it to where the old one was, but there's actually on the inside of this knuckle is aluminum, and on the inside right here it pokes out, so it's poking out and it's up against the strut. So, and it's torqued. Well, it's tight. I don't know what the torque specs on these are, so I mean, if you're that extreme, I just get online and look it up. I just impact it down to where it's good and tight. The three at the top done the same way, got it where it's good and tight. So this side, as far as I'm concerned, is done. You can see, let me show you again, you can see how the nut, excuse me, the nut is like right towards the edge right there. And this one has a bigger lip. Not much bigger, but bigger makes a difference. And so the knuckle's all the way against it on the inside. This one's just a different design. So get all this crap out of the way. I'll get the tire back on and hit the other side. Alright, before I take this other tire, get started on that strut, I'll try to show you guys. There's our old one. And you can take height-wise between the fender and the tire right here, 4 fingers right there, and I still got just a little bit of gap where I can move my hand up and down, compared to my all these back full tools. This one, fingers aren't spread, so it's just a hair difference. You can see where my pinky's running into the tire compared to where the other one, you can see it where I can get all 4 fingers in there and take it up and down a little bit. This one, the pinky's running into the tire. So there's our difference, and that's with them shoved completely up against the fender, so no one thinks I'm yanking their chain. So there's our difference in the quality of the struts, the factory. I'm sure those are the factory ones from 02, without a doubt. But alright, I'll get the wheel off and hit this side. Alright, passenger side, ready to boogie. See, that's why I was telling you, see how you can see how it's almost flush, how much room we got with everything on the side. I'm thinking this other one's just yeah, because I can stick my finger down behind it, how it bulges out right here. Same way on the other side, I can get my finger down in behind it. Now with these new struts, I don't know if it's just a different style or what, but when you get down, you can't, it's like right up against it, so it's as far in as I can get it to go. But probably wouldn't hurt to hit an alignment shop at some point. But here we go. Get that one loose. There we go. Alright, might have to turn the wheel, give it, access it a little better, but just make sure you Leave those nuts on there when you give it a love tap. All that corrosion. Oxidization on the aluminum. Okay. Ooh. Back her up a little more. It's kind of odd though, I mean, you think those 3 bolts up top would have lock washers on them, but they don't. Factory ones didn't either, they're the same way. Don't lose that. Yep. Toes. Right, all right. Either one of them come out. Yep, there's our bottom. And I have to set this down so I can tap that out, and then we'll fight with getting the strut out. Alright, so here we go. Those 2 are out. Top 3 are out. Let's see if it'll come out the same way or man, yep. Alright. See, the other one I was able just to angle it and drop it straight down towards the axle. Down that way, leaned it and it came right out. But it's kind of hard to do with one hand. I don't want to wiggle it too much because you can see where it's right there. You can see where it's resting on the boot, so I'm going to take a chance of ripping the boot. So we shut this camera off and I'll fight with it and get it out without tearing that boot up. Alright, there we go. Same as the other side. This one fought a little bit more, but same concept. Draw it in, yep. Yep, good and tight. It's all the way in. Same thing. It's a little bit gap compared to the OEM one. At some point, cause I got the new rims for it, the OEM style factory rims, but where the ones were bent, got them on. So hopefully next weekend we'll get that taken care of, and then maybe an alignment shop at some point. See how it drives afterwards, but get this wheel put back on, and we'll see the difference in the bounce compared to the beginning of the video with the bad struts on it. All right, so we got the same. You can see my hand clearance. You can see how it's big difference, huh? So let's see what kind of bounce we got. See, here's the OEM, which you can see where that one. It's definitely seen better days. It's all lubed up, blowed out, and this one's not as bad. That's for sure. This one you actually see fluid, but all right. See if we can get some. See how stiffened. See if it stiffened it up. Oh yeah, it's a big difference. Yeah, buddy. So that should make a big difference in the front. The back is, I can't remember which style is in the back. And there should be a cap inside the trunk you got to take off, and then let's see. Yeah, pretty much the same concept. Just grips over the knuckle, and then up inside the trunk. I believe there's a cap you got to pop, and then you got the three nuts. So I have to save up, and then we'll do the back. But man, that's a big difference. Big difference. Because before, well, at the beginning of the video, if it picked it up, I could shove down on it like this, let go, and it would go up 2 or 3 times, it seems like, by itself. Now it's good and stiff like it should be. So that should make a big difference. We'll find out. I'll drive it to work tomorrow, and then I got this one. Battery went bad, and I had to use battery through in it. We had a cold snap here in Ohio and zapped it, so it is just as dead as it can be. And then my wife's truck, a cold snap, had batteries in it. Well, it's been in it since 2016, so it's super weak. So money I didn't have, had to go get a battery for that one in my work car today. So that kind of took care of some of the funds for this thing for my son. So. But that's it. It's simple. It doesn't take long. basic hand tools. I used impact just because I have access to one. If I didn't have access to one, it would have been breaking out the 1/2-inch drive ratchet. Like I say, no big deal. It's the nut was this 21 millimeter. Yeah, so the nut was a 21 millimeter. The head that's on it, it's just like flat. It's not an actual like head to a screw or bolt. But it has a shape just like the wrench. Mine, I used a 15 millimeter on it. Fit perfect. Actually, didn't even really need it because the heads of them have those grooves where it goes in and grips. And then the upper 3 were 13 millimeter. And that was it. Just let it dive in, got it through, loosened it up, let it dive down towards the front, leaned it forward, and it slid out right underneath in between the fender and the caliper. It came right out. So don't be afraid to do it, man. Nothing to it but to do it, right? Alright guys, thanks for watching. Hopefully this helps someone out. And see the ride quality tomorrow on the way to work. Alright, we'll catch you at the next one, which will probably be, for this car, probably be the rear struts, because I've done about everything else to it. Well, minus the fender. I ain't going to mess with that until springtime. But that's it. Thanks for watching. We'll catch you at the next one.